Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Learn with Luke, where today we're going to dive deeper into Xometry's new offering, Shop Profiles. So, snaps for shop profiles, because we're really excited about that. In today's episode, we're going to talk about specifically proposals. So, I'm Luke, Xometry's Community and Marketplace Engagement Lead, and we have Saifu Muhammad joining us today. Saifu joined us for a previous Learn with Luke episode on Xometry's financial services FastPay, so you might recognize him from there. But Saifu, welcome back. For the listeners who may not have watched that previous video, do you want to give everybody a little introduction to you and kind of what you do here at Xometry?
Yeah, thanks for having me back again, Luke. I guess I didn't mess it up so badly last time. So,
Perfect.
my name is Saifu. I'm a group product manager and design manager here at Xometry. The last 6 or 8 months, I've been really focused on the launch of this new marketplace and the new experiences that you're going to be seeing today.
Yeah, awesome. So before we begin, I'm going to share my screen to show everybody how to get to the self-service articles in the community. So first, what we're going to want to do is go to our Xometry manufacturing community at community.xometry.com. We will then go to our help center up at the top navigation, scroll down to partner network, and then scroll all the way down to shop profiles. So in here, we have all of our information on how to create your shop profile, payment requests, proposals, shop finances, and then any FAQs that you have. If you have other questions after looking at all these articles, you can always leave them in this discussion right here. But Saifu is going to be diving in a little bit deeper on the proposal side of things. So I'll stop sharing my screen now and we can kind of hop into it. So Saifu, first question I got for you. Can you explain what proposals are?
Yeah, no problem. So proposals are a new marketplace tool that we've developed that allows customers and suppliers to quote and transact directly with each other. Through the proposal tool, customers can request quotes, suppliers can provide quotes, and customers can order directly from a quoted proposal.
Yeah, that's awesome. So then next, can you kind of share your screen and walk us through how the proposal flow works?
Sure, yeah. And I think something that's kind of an important thing to point out is that as a user of Xometry, you can act as both a customer in this transaction and a supplier. So we're going to walk through both. And so let me share my screen.
All right.
And
Yeah, I'm super excited for this.
yeah, so let's start on the customer side. And so on the customer side, I believe you guys have already seen how profiles work. Well, that's really where the beginning of that journey starts for us. I'm going to look for a specific finisher here for this demo. This start a quote button is really how customers get into that proposal experience. And so this form, they'll be able to come in and fill out a proposal with what they need, with their requirements. They can upload files, they can create different types of line items because we're going to need to support a lot of different types of categories in our marketplace. And they'll be able to provide information like their lead times and then also where to ship this to. So this quote, once submitted, will get sent to the supplier, and they'll get an email notification that they've got a new request for quote.
Yeah.
Let's see, important things to call out. This line item functionality is designed to support a lot of different types of line items. So whether you are a custom parts manufacturer, or whether you are a finisher, we want to create the kinds of different types of line items to support your specific type of service.
Cool. And so important thing from this side of it is, say you're working on a Xometry job and to finish the job, you need finishing services on it. You would then become the buyer or the customer. And that's when you would use this side of the proposals.
That's right. That's right. And so then on the seller side, so let's say that you've received a request, and I'll share my screen as the supplier. What you'll be able to do, we have this proposals index page, so you'll be able to come in and look at all of your proposals. And since you can function as both, we have different tabs. So these are proposals that you've received as a seller, and these are proposals that you've sent as a customer. So we're going to open up one of these, let's say this one here. that's awaiting a quote. And so this is a proposal. Oh, let's pick one that has a little bit more information in it. Let's try this one. There we go. So we've picked a proposal here with some information in it, and then you can come into the line items and actually start quoting them out. And so, you'll do your thing. Everybody has their own way of pricing. You'll be able to add that in. And if everything looks good, you'll be able to submit a quote. Quotes have expiration dates on them. And so if by default, every quote is valid for 30 days, but you have other options available to you. If you think that your material prices are going to fluctuate really rapidly, you can move those up. Or let's say that you feel pretty confident about this price for a while, you can push it out to about 90 days. After those 30 days, the quote will be sort of canceled, which means that they won't be able to check out with it.
Okay.
So we're going to submit this quote to the customer. And I'll stop sharing my screen so that we can move over to the customer side of this and look at a quote that is sort of ready to order.
Okay.
So we have a proposal here now that's ready to order. So you're a customer looking at this. You can look at the line items and see the subtotal for this. And then you can continue to check out. And so this takes you to the checkout experience where you'll be able to pay for this order. And then we offer different payment options to the customer. Now, it's important to note that regardless of what payment option that the customer chooses, your payout timing is always the same. It's always net 30. And so that means that if they decide to pay upfront or they decide to pay on terms, your payment methods will always be available to you in the same way. So you'll get the advance card, you'll get 30% on the advance once they complete checkout. Once you complete the order, you'll be able to use FastPay to accelerate your payout and things like that. Something else to note, since if you are a supplier acting as a customer in our marketplace, so if you're taking a job from the job board and you need to work with a finisher and you have funds that have been advanced to you because you've accepted a job, those will be available to you as a payment method in the marketplace.
That's awesome.
The tool. Yeah. So we're going to pick that and then we'll complete checkout here. And now this has been ordered, as a supplier, you'll get a notification that the quote that you sent has been ordered. And then, you get to work, you complete the service. And then once as a supplier, you're done and you need to let the customer know that you've completed the order. Typically when you've shipped it out, you'll be able to go back into the proposal and mark it as fulfilled. And so by marking this order as fulfilled, you have an opportunity to add additional shipping details to this. So in case you want to pass by a tracking number to your customer, you can do that here. But clicking that mark as fulfilled button schedules the payout. And that's where you can go into Shop Finances and see that payout in place. So we'll do that now. We'll head over to your Shop Finances page, which you should be pretty familiar with at this point. And you'll see that you have that marketplace order that you had just completed. And that gives you immediate access to things like FastPay.
That's awesome. I'm super excited about this marketplace. It seems so cool.
Yeah, and it's in early stages. We're just about to launch it, or maybe we will have already launched it by the time you watch this video. So any feedback on this experience as you're working with it, very much appreciated.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's kind of keep going here. So how does onboarding your existing customers to use this platform help you reach the financial benefits from transacting with Xometry? You kind of touched on it, but let's go a little bit more into it.
Yeah, so when your customer places an order through the proposal tool, they have to go through our checkout. Customers can pay with multiple different payment methods, the credit card, the money on their advance card, or through our terms solution. And I want to call that out specifically because I think that's a value that as a supplier, you can now provide to your customer because this payment method allows you to offer terms with your customer without taking on the risk of late payment. Your customer applies for terms with a third party, and if approved, they're given a credit limit to transact with you. But that's sort of now separate from that choice, and it means that you don't have to like foot the bill on a net 30 purchasing agreement. Yeah. And I think there's more to that as well, right? We have a lot of different financial services, but with checkout, once that's complete, we hold on to the funds that the customer provides until you complete the work, which means that, we know that the funds are there. You're going to get paid for this, but we do advance 30% of those funds to your shop finances so that you can use them on the card. You can use them in the marketplace to pay for things like finishing services, and that works just like it does with an Xometry instant quote job. And then once the work is complete, we schedule a payout to you that you can find in your shop finances. All of the work you do within Xometry's ecosystem is now in shop finances. And then you can use FastPay to get that payout faster. And so this is really like a holistic, gives you like holistic financial capabilities through our platform.
Absolutely. And it sounds like if you're not using some of the financial services like the advance card, while you're looking at these shop profiles, it might be beneficial to also start looking at those offerings as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So lastly, to kind of wrap us up, because we've had a great conversation today, what tips and tricks would you recommend to our viewers today as they're getting more familiarized with proposals and Xometry's new shop profile feature in general?
Yeah. So I would say, it's a good idea to keep in it, to remember sort of like the way checkout works in the marketplace. Typically if you're working with a supplier, or if you're a supplier working with a customer, you have to pay attention to the kind of transaction that they do, whether it's a card up front or whether it's on terms. But with this, you don't have to worry about that anymore. They'll pay however they want, and you'll always get paid the same way. And we look at that as a pretty powerful value in the marketplace. And then I would also say, the proposal tool itself, the form that you just saw, is flexible on our end. And so if you need something specific with your proposal form, or if there's something that you think is missing, let us know, so that we can create different templates to satisfy different categories.
Yeah, that's great. Good little nugget of knowledge to end us off. So thank you so much, Saifu, for joining us today. I've learned a ton. I'm sure our community has as well. So thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks everybody for watching. And if you have any questions or thoughts, leave them in the comments below, and we'll be in there answering or chatting with you guys. So make sure to check out next week's episode, and I look forward to it. See you guys.